first rule of success is to have a vision. You see, if you don't have a vision,
The first rule of success is to have a vision. You see, if you don't have a
you see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, and if you don't
vision of where you go, and if you don't have a goal,
have a goal where you go,
you drift.
You drift around and you
You
never
drift
end up anywhere.
around and you never end up anywhere. It's like you can have the best ship in
It's like you can have the best ship in the world.
the world. You can have the best airplane in
You can
the
have the best airplane in the world if the
world, if the pilot or the captain
pilot or the captain doesn't know where to go.
doesn't know where to go.
It will just drift around. It will not end up anywhere. Almost.
It would just drift around. He would not end up anywhere, almost like in the wrong
Like in the wrong place.
So I was very fortunate that I stumbled onto my vision. I mean, as you.
So I was very fortunate that I stumbled onto my vision.
So I was very fortunate that I stumbled onto my vision. I mean, as you.
As you know, I was born in.
As you know, I was born in 1947 in Australia after the Second World War, and I didn't really.
1947 in Austria after the Second World War.
I was born in 1947 in Australia after the Second World War.
And I didn't really like
Australia growing up. I couldn't wait to get out there. I couldn't see
Austria when I grew up. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I couldn't see myself
becoming a farmer or a worker in a factory or anything like that, even
becoming a farmer or a worker in a factory.
Myself becoming a farmer or a worker in a factory or anything like that, even
or anything like that. Even though my parents want
everything like that. Even though my parents wanted me to stay there and have a normal life, my father
wanted me to stay there and have a normal life.
My father
wanted me to become.
My father wanted me to become a police officer, like my mother wanted me just to. My father wanted me to become a police officer, like he was my mother. Like he was my mother. My father wanted me to become a police officer like he was. My mother wanted me just
a police officer like he was. My mother wanted me just to stay there.
My mother wanted me just to stay there and marry a girl in the name of Haiti, hopefully, and have a puncher.
And marry a girl in the name of Heidi, hopefully.
My mother wanted me just to stay there and marry a girl in the name of Heidi, hopefully.
and have a bunch of kids.
and have a bunch of kids and run around like the Von-Trapp family in the sound of music.
And run around like the Van Trapp family in the Sound of Music.
But
that was their vision.
But that was their vision, not my vision. Was totally different. I felt that I was born.
Not mine. My vision was totally different.
But that was their vision, not mine. My vision. But that was their visions, not mine. My visions were totally different.
I felt that I was born for.
I felt that I was born for something, especially for something unique, for something big. Didn't know how.
Something special, for something unique, for something big.
For
You
something
know how
big.
great it felt?
Didn't know how great it felt that I knew where
That
I was
knew
going.
where I was going?
That I knew where I was going. Great it felt that I knew where I was going.
Imagine the majority of people
Imagine the majority of people don't know where they're going.
don't know where they're going. It's when
They're
you have a
going.
goal, when you have a vision.
It's when you have a goal, when you have a vision, everything becomes easy.
Everything becomes easy.
Because remember that in America, for instance, when you study, you will see the
Remember that in America, for instance, when you study, you will see the percentage of
percentage of people that like their jobs.
people that like their jobs. 74%
74% hate their job in America.
hate their job in America.
74% hate their job in America.
Now, this is not much different when you come to Europe.
Come to Europe, the majority of people don't like what they're doing because
The majority of people don't like what they're doing
don't like what they're doing
because they're really not doing
because they really not doing it because they didn't have a goal and they followed
it because they didn't have a goal and they followed this goal.
this goal. They're just aimlessly drift around and then overset and if there's
They just aimlessly drift around and then over that
Said-
there's a job opening,
and
so they
if
get
there's a job opening so they get their job. Because if there were but then when you
the job because you have to work. But then when you work, it's a
row is a joy, is work, it's not fun. So if think about only a quarter of
chore. It's work. It's not fun.
it's not
So if you
fun.
think about only a quarter of
The people really enjoy what they're doing in life. That is unbelievable
the people really enjoy what they're doing in life.
in life.
That is unbelievable if you think about it. So
You think about it, so I felt so blessed that I knew what I was doing. It's like
so I felt so blessed that I knew what I was doing. It's like a medical student.
a medical student that studies and knows he wants to become a doctor.
That studies, he
You
knows
know.
he wants to become a doctor. You know where to go.
You know where to go, so I know where to go. So I know where to go through so people on ways.
So I knew where to go. So people always
Ask me when they saw me in the gym and the pumping iron days, you say, why is it?
when they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they said, why is it that you're working out?
That you're working out so hard 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you
So
have
hard.
so hard.
5 hours a day, 6
5
hours
hours
a
a
day,
day,
and
6
you have
hours
always
a day.
smile.
Always smile in your face. The others are working out just as hard as you do.
On your face. The others are working out just as hard as you do, and they look sour.
And then look sour in the face. Why is that in the told people all the time is?
In the face. Why is that?
Why
I
that?
told people all the time, I said, because to me,
It's because to me I am shooting for gold in front of Mr. Universe title.
I'm shooting for gold. In front of Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal.
So every rep that I do gets me close to accomplishing the goal to make this goal.
To make this goal,
This
vision
goal.
turn it
This vision turn into reality very single step that I do every repetition.
into reality. Every
Right.
single set that I do, every repetition, every weight that
Every weight that I live will get my step close to turn his goal into
I can step closer to turn this goal into reality.
reality. So I couldn't wait to do another 500.
So I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound squat.
500 pound squat. I couldn't wait to eat to another 500 pound press. I couldn't. Pound squat. I couldn't wait to eat to another 500 pound press. I couldn't.
I couldn't wait to do another
I couldn't wait it to another.
500-pound bench press. I couldn't wait to do another
I couldn't wait to do another 2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise.
2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise. For the next
half hour posting and all the kind of things that you have to do.
half hour of posing and all the kind of things that you have to
Posing.
do to be a champion.
You will be champion. You will be a champion, and with the age of 20, I went to London.
And with the age of 20, I went to London and I won the
And won the Miss Universe contest. Yeah, the youngest Miss University ever, and it was.
Mr. Universe contest as the youngest Mr. Universe ever. And it was because
It was because I had a goal. So let me tell you something. Visualizing your goal, and
I had a goal.
I had a goal. So let me tell you something. Visualizing your goal.
So let me tell you something, visualizing your goal and going after it
Going after it makes it fun. You got to have a purpose no matter what you're doing.
makes it fun. You got to have a purpose no matter what you do in life. You
Doing life, you got to have a purpose. So that's rule number one.
got to have a purpose.
That's rule
So
number
that's rule
one.
number one.
So
Have
that-
a vision.
have a vision. Rule number 2 is don't listen to the naysayer. Don't listen to
Rule number 2 is don't listen to the naysayers.
naysayers. Don't listen
Don't
to
listen to the naysayers.
the naysayer. Everything I ever did, the thing that they heard out
Everything
of
I ever
people.
did, the thing that I heard out of people's
Mouth was that's impossible, that can't be done. Oh no! So whenever someone said
mouth was, that's impossible.
impossible,
That can't be done.
that can't be done.
no.
Oh no!
So whenever someone
So whenever
said to me,
someone said to me,
it can't be done,
it can't be done, I heard it can be done. When they said no, I heard yes.
I heard it can be done.
I
When they
heard
said no,
it
I
can
heard
be
yes.
done. When they
And
said
when they said
no,
it's impossible,
I hear when they said it impossible, I heard it is possible. I'm a strong believer.
I heard it is possible.
Possible.
I'm a strong believer of what
I strongly believe what Nelson Mandela said, that everything is always impossible until someone does.
Nelson Mandela said, that everything
said
is always
that
impossible
everything is always
until
impossible
someone
until
does it.
someone does.
Well, I'm going to be the
I'm gonna be the one that said to
one that said to myself, I'm going to do it.
myself, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna show it to them. Maybe it has never been,
And I'm going to show it to them. Maybe it has never been done before.
has been done before. That's perfectly fine with me, but I am gonna do it and did not.
That's perfectly fine with me. But I'm going to do it. And I did not listen to them.
Listen to the naysayers. I think the third point that I'm gonna make to you. Listen to the naysayer. Listen to the naysayers. I think the third point that I'm gonna make to you.
Naysayers. I think the third point that I'm going to make to you is before we sit down.
Is before we sit down with Dragon and talk about the rest of the 3 is work.
With Jürgen and talk about the rest of the 3 is
3 is work.
your ass
Is
off.
work your ass off. There is no magic bill. There is no magic out. There you cannot.
There
you
is no
cannot.
magic bill.
Magic bill.
There is no magic out
There
there.
is no magic
You
out.
cannot get around. You have
Get around, you have to work and work and work, and it drives me crazy when
to
people
work and work and work. And it drives me
Crazy.
crazy when people say they don't have enough.
when people say they don't have enough time to go to the gym for 45 minutes a day and work
Time to go to
time
the gym
to go to the gyms
for 45 minutes a
for
day. and work
45
out.
minutes a day. After or do something for 45 to an hour a day to improve if it is.
Or to do something for 45 minutes to an hour a day to improve.
Improve.
If it is physically,
If it's physically improve, physically improve. It is mentally to improve. Imagine you read 1 hour a day.
improve, or if it is mentally to improve.
Mentally.
Imagine you read 1
Imagine
hour
you read
a day
1 hour a day
about history.
about history. How much you will learn after 365 hours?
How much you will learn after 365 hours in 1 year.
In 1 year. In 1 year, Think about if a story about the history of musicians or
Think about if you study about the history of musicians, of
composers, how much you would know. Imagine if you work on the business.
how much you would know. Imagine if you would work on the business. Some business
And some business that you want to develop every day for an hour.
that you want to develop